Morning. Well, the Madison School District is in the middle of a big debate over how to close the achievement gap for minority students. This morning, we are joined by John Suggs with the Boys and Girls Club to talk about a big meeting on that topic that's going on today in Madison. John, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. The first thing I want to talk about, let's just talk about the meeting that's taking place today. Where is it? What time is it? Give me the details.
Yep, 1 p.m. La Follette High School. We're going to have just a good old-fashioned town hall meeting with a panel of experts from the YMCA, the Urban League, some teachers, all represented. It's going to be moderated, be able to take questions from community, parents, even high school students will be there today. It'll go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, to discuss how do we solve it. Not how we fix the achievement gap, not how we talk about academic achievement and good, bad, and indifferent, but how do we help solve it? We have one of the top experts in the country, Paul Vallis.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about Paul, because you were listing some of his credentials before we got started, and he's really got a long list of other communities that he's went into and assisted or helped. Absolutely.
Well, the city of Madison, Dane County should be fortunate to have Paul, and we're fortunate to have Paul, especially on this weekend. Paul Vallis was the superintendent of schools in Chicago, was tapped to head up and reform Philly schools. In addition to that, we remember in 2005 when Katrina happened in New Orleans, Paul was also tapped to rebuild Katrina, the schools after Katrina. A lot of people don't know he had about 90 days to open up 40+ schools, revitalize the unions, hire over 500 teachers. And then after that, when Haiti hit, he was also tapped to head that up as well. And here's someone coming to Madison, not to help us fix it, but to engage in the conversation. That's what today is about. No one has the right answer. There's no silver bullets to the achievement gap, but there are things if we come together. One group may have a piece, or the other group may have a piece, and then coming together, we'll be able to solve it and bring a healthy picture to how we make this happen here in Madison.
You just really want to get the conversation started.
Yeah, it's a dialogue. I think a lot of people say, oh man, we're going to overturn unions, or he's promoting charters. And I think when you listen to Paul today, I had the pleasure of talking with him yesterday. When you listen to Paul is really not necessarily pro this or pro that, but more pro options for kids and families. In charter schools, if that's a pro option, it's no more of a pro option than homeschooling is or traditional schools. It's not about one option. It's about how do we solve it here in Madison. Right now, you may not know it, but they use the statistics from third grade reading levels to see whether or not they're going to build prisons for kids or for adults, because there's a direct correlation to that. We have a huge problem here in Madison. The Boys and Girls Club is not saying that we have the answer. Today is saying, hey, y'all, let's have the conversation. We can't continue to ignore it. Paul Vallis is going to be here, and let's figure out how do we get on board.
And like you said before, we just want to touch on this because right now, anytime you say union, it is a very debated, hot topic around the state of Wisconsin. This is not a conversation about unions, as you said before. This is a conversation about helping kids and closing the achievement gap. John, we're just about out of time. I appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely, thank you.
Talking with us. Again, that's happening at La Follette High School today at 1 o'clock. If you get a chance, stop by and participate in the conversation.
Yes.
John, again, thank you.
Thanks for having us.